What's going on, guys? We are doing another clan spotlight. We are definitely branching out. Other clans are trying to get in contact to do clan spotlights, but look at this. This is Hunt, and this is a member of Just Ordinary AW. You know, he is great. Yeah, Majed. And they played Lucky Star, guys. Now, Lucky Star, as you guys know, is a very known Vietnam clan, and Hunt and them had a complete shootout, guys. A complete shootout. It was phenomenal. 17 to 16 triples with the percentage being a 9. And this is a 25 versus 25 war, guys. This isn't even like this is just an insane war. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't even know if my commentating will do this justice, because some of these raids are, I feel, just out of my zone and area that, I really am going to have to, focus on these raids and try to explain what's going on. But some of them are just too hard to explain. And starting it off, we have AW Rain Hell, and he's going to be doing a couple loon drop to get rid of that archer tower and a couple minions to funnel. From there, he's going to do a wall breaker entry with the king leading the way. Now, the king was used for the funnel, and the king actually breaks in there, and they are able to take out the defending archer queen just with a couple wall breakers and the king, okay? Use the queen's ability to make this a good L-shaped base. He basically sends in a stone slammer as one of the tanks and then the hound as another. And from there, these loons are kind of just spread out. Great rages, great haste, heal on the back end side to keep those loons up, and a last haste to go into, or there's still a lot more haste, but a good haste to go into that Tesla farm, and then again another haste to get into that multi-target Inferno and that wizard tower and that air defense to get rid of the rest of those. And then he places some great cleanup troops along the way. I mean, some of these raids are just absolutely phenomenal, and I really hope that these guys are going to be okay with my commentating on it. And next up, guys, we have, I'm going to be so bad at pronouncing these names, so I apologize in advance. We have a Ahmed Abo Ruslan, and he is going to be doing a wall breaker entry, queen charge. Use the queen's ability early just because there was so much damage raining on her. Notice that free spell, guys. The free spell was able to hit the X-bow and the defending archer queen, and it pulls the enemy CC. The stone slammer is able to break off 50% of the space with the queen charge and the king. The reason why I'm doing this one is 4 times speed is simply because it's an outside the town hall, or outside town hall base. Granted, it is an anti-3, an extremely tough base, but saving time for the more anti-3 Town Hall inside triples. And, this was just beautiful raid. Watch that again on repeat. Slow it down if you have to, but that is a phenomenal raid that, my commentating does not do it justice. Now, here's another one by the same person, okay? He is going to be doing a queen charge Lalo, and with this one, he is going to be using the king to funnel on the left and the queen charging into the core there. Now, this is incredible because he takes the CC out. He sends in that wall wrecker a little bit late just to make sure that that queen is going to follow that wall wrecker inside of that Giga Tesla core there. Sends the warden with the queen, so this is going to be a huge value queen walk, okay? That double ice golem, double giant CC is tanking for that queen while that queen is stuck up on all kinds of different traps and skeleton spells and blah, 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 this, that, and the other. She is tied up a lot. Used that warden's ability when that defending queen was taken out, that warden. And then as you see right here, there's a very simple L-shaped path to this raid. That queen is actually going to use her ability on that Eagle Artillery. These loons are just flying in. Again, very well spread out to where they're going to target all different layers of defenses inside the core. And that queen is still alive, still dropping bombs, and taking out that multi-target Inferno because it is a 2-tile gap inside the core. Again, I preach about it almost every time. I have not seen a base that has a good 2-tile gap yet, so avoid those if you can. Next up, this raid is just gorgeous. All of these raids are in, next level, guys, next level. Like this is top level rating here, and this is AW Hottie and Hottie. And he's going to be doing a wall wrecker entry inside of that multi-target Inferno compartment, and then sends a couple Coco Loons. Again, these Coco Loons are simply for just activating the traps and getting rid of those traps. That level 40 Grand Warding is certainly annoying. And then the king is able to just take out so much trash structures, which is going to funnel that queen inside the core more. That queen is going to use her ability on the Eagle Artillery and then also take out that defending archer queen. Now, look at how bummer this is. That baby dragon is actually targeting the healers. The loon, or the defending hound pops, which is going to give up that queen, distracting on all the rest of the pups, and all the healers go down. But that doesn't stop this guy from the triple. He sends in the Lalo from about the 10 o'clock, and the loons are just going to go straight to the Giga Tesla, taking out the defenses on the way. They're very well spread out, as I said in the last trade, and then coming up with plenty of cleanup on the back end side. So it didn't even matter that queen, the healers got taken out for the queen because she was still up in the end. So, just simple Next up, we have Abo Altep, and he is going to be doing a queen charge over the Giga Tesla. He sends in a great amount of wall breakers. Got lucky there because there wasn't a bomb or anything. And then activates the Giga Tesla, takes out the enemy CC, a very good poison spell, which is going to have the majority of those pups inside of that poison spell. Uses the king on the left-hand side to keep that queen funneled into the core there. Is going to use a jump spell once that queen is finished with a few more traps. And that king, notice the timing on the jump spell, okay? The jump spell is going to be wait till after the king uses his ability and cleans up those track structures at the 9 o'clock to where that queen is going to charge straight into the core there. Again, it uses a freeze spell over the archer queen and the sweeper, which is going to keep those healers on the queen, which is going to take out that king right after. The loons are going to be great portion of this raid. Use the warden's ability as they're traveling through the both multi-target inferno compartment at these 5 o'clock. Sorry guys, we're running through these raids really quick. And, plenty of cleanup as well. The queen eventually goes down, but there are plenty of cleanup troops and loons and the warden to make sure this raid is going to be a triple. So, overpowered, great raid. Now, I am sorry, guys. I am not having good internet. As you guys know, I recently moved, and they have not installed Wi-Fi yet. We've been in the house for almost a month now, and they have not installed our Wi-Fi. And there's not even Wi-Fi in the area right now. So I am having to do these raids extra slow. It takes about 6 hours to upload a 10-minute video, and I think my quality is hurting because of that. But soon enough, guys, we're going to get back to the good quality and fast uploads and more consistent uploads. It's just tough right now without any internet. But here we go. We got Max, and he's going to be doing a queen charge Lalo. A lot of these are queen charge Lalo. This time he's using a 2-hound Lalo, and he is going to be charging through that 3 o'clock 2 multi-target Inferno compartment areas, and also going to get rid of the defending archer queen and that eagle artillery and the defending barbarian king, and all with just a king, a couple funnel troops, and a jump spell, and a couple wall breakers. Those wall breakers are actually going to give that queen access to that Giga Tesla. Now, this is well thought out. He definitely took a lot of time in planning this raid. He's going to do Lalo starting about the 1 o'clock using the Stone Slammer and 2 loons, like we said, to tank for the loons as they come in through the base. The loons are perfectly placed right in the core there, using the Warden's ability on the backhand side just because there are plenty of loons left alive and he hadn't used it yet. So let's just secure that triple by using the Warden, and then the loons are well spread out on cleanup, so it's not going to be a time fail. Max, such a great attack, my man. Such a great attack. And next up, we are going to have, as soon as this loads, we're going to have 379 Yasin, okay? And he is going to be doing a queen charge Lalo. Now, a lot of these raids are queen charge Lalo. These guys are just, this is obviously their attack. This is how they win with their wars. And as we saw from the war log, it is working out for them. And He is doing a queen charge at the 6 o'clock using a wall breaker entry. Man, that queen was hanging on to a sliver of health. Luckily, was able to rage those healers up to bring her back up to full health. That king did an excellent job at funneling that queen inside the core. Again, a poison spell over the majority of those lava pups. I mean, spot on. A couple minions, guys. I've never seen this many minions used for simple funneling. I've seen so many minions in this. We're doing this recap just for funneling, which is about as cheap as you can get, honestly, for when it comes to funneling. And this queen charge just has so much value hitting that. I mean, the queen was able to take out the enemy CC, the multi-target Inferno, the Eagle Artillery, the Giga Tesla, the defending Archer Queen, and many, 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 many more defenses. Probably took out close to 30% all on her own. The king probably took out 10% of trash structures on the right-hand side, and then the loons came in. I mean, even the minions alone probably took out 15%. Half funneling and half cleanup there, so great hit, 379 Yassine. I aspire to be that good at Lalo one day. Next up, we have La Win. And this raid, I'm telling you guys, I like you. And I'll tell you one reason. That one reason is simply just because of the hogs. He is doing, now, guys, again, look at this minion funnel. He's using a minion funnel, which is about as cheap as a funnel as it gets. Now, he had a little slip up with the wall breakers. They actually got taken out, but that is okay because he had a couple extras. Again, poison spell right on place with the majority of these lava pups. That queen is going to go in, take out the defending archer queen. Now, the only bad part right now is that, wait, there isn't a bad part because he has more wall breakers to break in to get that Eagle Artillery. Again, that queen is just going to have everything that we talk about when it comes to value. He's going to send the hog in at the 6 o'clock, going to make sure that that king is going to funnel those hogs still into the core. Notice it was kind of spread out iffy if he was going to get that Giga Tesla with the hogs, but he sent the Stone Slammer in just as, assurance to make sure that Giga Tesla was going to go down. The healers switch off to the hogs, which in this portion of the raid is actually extremely good because it's going to keep those hogs alive during those multi-target Infernal compartments, and then the Stone Slammer with the loons pop. But there are still hogs left alive, there's loons left alive, there's a couple party wizards left alive, the king, queen, minions, barbarians, archers. I mean, so many cleanup troops that are going to secure that triple there. Now, this is an outside the town hall base. It is an anti-3, but still, we try to focus on the inside of the base. Anti-3 stars, so we're going to do this one at 4 speed, so hang with me. We're going to run through this really quick. He's going to be starting with a queen charge going from the 9 o'clock. He's got a wall breaker entry, double wall breaker entry in there. He's going to test the wall breakers for a the third or fourth wall breaker entry. He uses the king to funnel that queen inside of the core. That queen is going to walk around a little bit, take out a couple more defenses. She gets into the core there. 3 expos on her, starts the Lalo from the 10 o'clock side. The 10 o'clock Lalo is going to go right over the Giga Tesla. Luckily, a Stone Slammer stays alive to over the Giga Tesla, but then again, the queen is still alive after she took out the defending Archer Queen, etc., etc. Traps, bing, bang, bong, triple. Guys, that was fun. I'm gonna do that more often. Maybe I should just start recording raids at 4 times speed just for, shits and gigs. But next up, we have ALMLK, Amlik, I want to say, and he's going to be doing a queen charge funnel, freezing the multi-target Inferno to make sure those wall breakers make their entrance into that multi-target Inferno, uses the P.E.K.K.A. on the right-hand side to funnel that queen inside of that multi-target Inferno compartment, which is also going to give the defending Archer Queen a run for her money and gets taken out. Then is going to use the Barbarian King to help funnel that queen even more inside the core. Now that king is going to take out all these trash structures while the queen is tied up with that poison spell. Now look at the value of this minion inside the core there. That minion is going to take out the sweeper and then help take out that exo. I just thought that was so funny that a simple minion was in there just taking out defenses while that queen was still charging and the rest of the raid hasn't even started. I just thought that was so cool. It starts the Lalo straight in the backside of the town hall, 10 o'clock. They are pushing through. That's led by that Stone Slammer and a Hound, and the Hound gets taken out, but the rest of the loons, the Lalo portion of this raid, a couple backhand side loons to take out the outside defenses, a couple goblins, and more minions to make sure that it's going to be a triple. So again, excellent raid there. I don't know how these guys have the vision that they do for these Lalos. I mean, this is probably the best Lalo attacks that I have seen in the game. I'm not going to show that base just because we showed one similar getting triple just a couple minutes ago. But next up we have Rain Hell again, and this is kind of a cool base that definitely spread out a lot, value all over the place, and kind of difficult to do some significant funneling. So he is going to be Sui and Heroes and uses a couple wall breakers to make sure that Queen is going to have access into that Giga Tesla. Then that King is going to just take out some more trash structures. That Queen takes out the Giga Tesla, takes out that air defense, which is huge in a Sui Lalo, uses her ability to take out a couple more structures, and then from there he's going to start the Lalo, basically spammed the entire 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock side. Tesla farm pops up on the left-hand side, uses the poison spell on the enemy CC. It was a baby dragon, uses the Warden's ability over that Warden with the skeleton spells. Plenty of loons alive, that uses a healing spell on the loons that are on the 6 o'clock defensive compartment. There is still that multi-target Inferno at the 3 o'clock area, but there are plenty of loons to go around, and a couple catch the edge of that haste spell, and then once those loons take that cannon, then it's on to the cleanup, guys. The loons are just going to push through, taking out trash structures, pups, and the lava pups and the minions are also going to assist in the end of that raid. Now here we go, we got Abo Hosen. Okay, now the Town Hall 12s are starting to get a little bit more weak, but still, you know, they're Town Hall 12 Giga Teslas. The defenses are basically still maxed. It's just the walls that are sacrificing a little bit. He sends in a test wall breaker. This is going to be a Queen Charge Lalo again. He sends in a test wall breaker to make sure there's no traps that are going to hinder that Queen from getting into that compartment. And that single target Inferno is easily taken out by a freeze spell, and a raged Archer Queen was able to freeze the single target Inferno and the defending Archer Queen. That King just, I mean, made a super easy pathway for this Queen. I mean, this Queen has nowhere else to go but exactly where he wants, and that Queen is going to take out, I mean, you know, I feel like I'm a record player, broken record player, just taking, these guys took out everything every single time with their Queen charges. It was absolutely perfect. So starting it off with the Lalo from the 3 o'clock going around, plenty of traps, you know, skeleton traps that are everywhere. Gets the 50% right on the money. These loons are going to be raised right over that Giga Tesla. Use the Warden's ability early, but not early, or not too soon, because the Warden was getting targeted by that air defense. And then the loons are going to push onto that backside. Unfortunately, those skeleton traps are super annoying that are going to help take out some of those loons on the cleanup, but the Queen is still at full health, which is going to make for an easy triple. Guys, these players were phenomenal. Some of the best Lalo raids I have ever witnessed. I can't tell you guys enough. Hunt has been, I mean, it's a pleasure to be able to watch these raids and record them for you and post them on YouTube, because I'm sure a lot of people get a lot of good replays from that. So you guys, this was the Clan Spotlight on Hunt. Again, their record is unbelievable. They're on a 21 win streak right now and 39-2 overall. So beautiful hits.